So we're making this video because I think is a very good question we've got here. Let's read it now. Hi Andreas, thank you for the information video. Just one question: is there any body regulating the CE stamp of approval on these Chinese devices and lasers flooding the market? It seems like they all have the CE mark and you cannot trust it to be the real deal. Now, unfortunately I cannot switch back to my beautiful face here, but you've got to deal with my voice. Now, anyone can affix a CE mark on any device. So any CE mark that anyone places on any piece of instrumentation, almost any. I mean, all aesthetic devices at the moment up until May 2020 is basically anyone can affix anything they want, any CE mark they want, and there's going to be pretty much legal. So there's nothing you can do. As in, you yourself, Marinda, you could place a CE mark on a device that you import from everywhere, anywhere, and it's legitimate. Now, how does it work? It works in this way. If for any reason anyone from either the member of the public or the what do you call it, the government in Europe, the relevant bodies want to challenge the safety of that device and the legitimacy of that CE mark. The CE mark basically is a guarantee that the manufacturer or anyone placing a device onto the market is compliant with the relevant standards in Europe. And so what, say for example, you get, I don't know, say a toothbrush, and you put your own CE mark on it. Then I go and say, hang on, this toothbrush is not compliant with the standards, the relevant standards for toothbrushes. So what I need to do is I would need to go to the relevant, look for the relevant authority in the relevant country where you are in and make that complaint. Very likely in writing. Now the authorities would look at it and then would go back to the person or the company who put that CE mark on it, and they would say, please show me the what do you call it, the technical, I can't remember, I used to know all the technical terms for it, the manual and the technical file. Yes, the technical file. Now, if this is the theory, this is the law. Now, when they look at the technical file, because the CE mark is all related to the technical file, and if you want to know more about the technical file, then I would make another video on it. Now, they look at the technical file and they say, okay, now is it worth our time to try and prosecute this company? So that is the challenge, because the next step that the government, the body, the relevant body in the government would have is to take that person or company affixed the CE mark to court by launching prosecution. Now, launching a prosecution is expensive. And effectively, any company has got most engineers, or if they do not have a technical file, they can draft one quickly. And then, let's say they take the company to court, then the company is able to defend themselves. So then you've got the government who's spending money to try and prosecute a company who's able to defend itself, and is unless there's serious faults, no governmental body will actually take the bother to go and prosecute a company, because the company all the company has to do is just defend it. And as if it doesn't take too, I'm sorry to say it, but it doesn't take, unless there's something really wrong that it has happened, it's not worth for the government to try and prosecute anyone. It's just not worth it, because they can lose it, and when they lose money, people are not happy. So so that's the point. Whereas the game changes altogether when the device becomes medical, because when the device becomes medical and requires a CE medical certification, it is deemed safe and market worthy only when the CE mark has been issued by the notified body. So basically, if I go out there, for example, and I just sell a piece of medical device that by law is classed as a medical device, if I manage to sell it, then the relevant body in the country where I sell it then only need to prosecute me, and they will win by default if I didn't actually get a CE mark issued by a notified body. It is actually the device is unsafe by default. So there's no need for prosecutions. The prosecution is automatically won because there's no notified body that has issued that CE mark. So that the rules change. The rules change. So what you mean by real deal, I do not know, but this is hopefully I give you an overview of what a CE mark is and how it works. So yes, if you'd like to know more, let me know.